Hey everybody, welcome back to When Harry Met Board Games. I am Harry, and before we go any further, please don't forget to hit the like button down below and subscribe to our channel if you're interested in some more board game related content. Today, we will be unopening or unboxing this game right here, Pandemic: The Cure, designed by Matt Leacock. This is a dice-based spin-off of the more popular parent game, simply known as Pandemic. Many of you might have heard it. Very popular, perhaps the most popular cooperative game out there in the market, where all players participate on the same team with one common goal, one common objective, and they win or lose together. This, as I mentioned earlier, is a spin-off of that system of Pandemic. And here I will be unboxing it to show you what's contained inside. So here we see Pandemic: The Cure, extra strength dice game. Can you save humanity? Published by Z-Man Games. Recommended age is 8 or older, 2 to 5 players, 30-minute game time. So regular Pandemic is about a 45-minute experience. It can be quicker if things go poorly for you, and it can be a little bit longer as well. This game seems to be more of a filler of an experience, 30 minutes. Here you have the active ingredients, so to speak, the contents contained within the box. So what else? A little depiction of some of the dice here. Let's open it up. Here we still have the shrink wrap on this bad boy. Let's open it up here and see what we have inside. Okay, so first of all, we have a nice little rule book. It's not too thick, not too big. Again, this is a 30-minute game, filler of a game. I'm imagining that they expect lots of the people playing this game to have already been familiar with the Pandemic concept. Probably fans of the parent game, Pandemic. All right, so it's a small rule book, 8 pages in total, and not too much within any of the pages. Very basic. All right, we have this right here. I'm not sure what function it has in the game. I guess here we keep track of the infection rate as well as the outbreaks. Interesting to see how this works here. We have some globe discs here. 4 of them, or more than 4. Okay, 6 of them, I guess, plus this bigger disc here. And I guess it has the different numbers, different sided faces of the die with different amount of pips on them. And I guess they represent the different continents, right? You have North America here. Here you have South America. Here you have Africa. Here you have, what's this? This is Southeast Asia, it looks like. Here is just South Asia or India. And here you have Europe. And I guess the different faces of the die represent maybe possible roles you're trying to accomplish in order to treat the diseases. Ooh, look at this. Lots of nice dice. I mean, first of all, we have your typical 6-sided dice with the different types of pips, but you do have one side which is represented by the first aid sign or medical emblem here, little cross here. So that is really cool. But on top of the standard dice in different colors, you have these different types of specialized dice, right? With different medically related images on them, or things that you could do, I guess, treating and traveling and all that stuff. And then a whole bunch of custom dice here, which I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that these are the dice for the different specialists that come in the game. So I think every specialist has his or her own set of dice that are particular and unique to him or herself. So I think that's pretty neat right there. Then you have your typical Pandemic pawns that you'll probably use to move around the board. It seems very abstracted. Instead of having a map, you have these discs, which I guess you lay out on the table. You have your different roles right here, your different specialists. I could already see that the scientist is one of the roles. Let me see if I could manage to get this open. That'll probably be a game in itself. Okay, I got this. So we see that the scientist is still here, just like in the base game. We have the dispatcher. We have the containment specialists. We have the contingency planner. We have the researcher. We have the medic. And we have the generalist. So these are some of the popular roles from across the different pandemic games and or expansions, right? And then you have some event cards here, I guess. Don't know how they play because there's not really a deck of cards here. As a matter of fact, other than these reference cards and the specialist cards, the only other cards I see here are the event cards. So it'll be interesting to see how and when they're played. And then finally, you have these like syringes or needles. I'm not too sure what they represent here. These two little pieces. And a nice little bag here. Nice fabric. And I'm guessing that this is to keep the dice in. Probably these dice. These are probably the dice that are used to infect the different places across the globe. While these will probably be the dice that people are rolling to try to treat these diseases. It looks very, very interesting. I'm very curious. Pandemic is one of my favorite games of all time. And I'm very curious to see if this iteration or this re-implementation of the pandemic system, this reimagining, if you will, if it actually will enhance the game, if it will be more interesting than the base game, it will be a viable alternative for when you want to get the pandemic feel, scratch the pandemic itch, but not necessarily invest the pandemic time or brain power, perhaps. I don't know. I'm speculating. I still have not played this game, but I am very highly curious as to what it will consist of. And yes, I do plan on hopefully playing this game sometime in the near future, and maybe I'll let you guys know how it went afterwards. So that's it for today's unboxing. Thank you so much for joining us here at When Harry Met Board Games. Please don't forget to hit the like button down below and subscribe to our channel if you're interested in some more board game related content. All right, this is Harry signing off. Take care.